Hey, everybody. You may have seen another video I did a while back showing how not to get used, a couple seven dons playing. This is another example of that. I think it shows wonderfully how to think about things, a couple things. So let's take a look. Black is Aguilar. I don't know what people think about him or how they see him, but he has something of special significance. The first professional I ever played, as I mentioned before, Karuo Iwamoto, played in the atom bomb game. I mentioned that. He was the first one to leave Japan and start spreading Go. The first place he went, Brazil. Set up a Nihon Kien there. One of his main students at that time, Aguilar. So it's like, wow. To me, that's a big wow. And he has a very good, basic, fundamental kind of style. So that's him. Okay, we continue. One other thing about Karuo Iwamoto, if you name the top 10 players of all time, well, let's go back 40 years and then ask the question, because nowadays we've got some pretty serious players to add to the list. But let's just go back 40 years and ask the question. Top 10. Iwamoto would be on the list. He would be on the bottom of that list, but he would be in the list. His strength, his consistency, all these things. So he was a real player. Okay, we continue. Right away, you might see Black's position on top. We wonder, is that flat? Well, there's so much space there that no, we simply have a position on the right, position on the left. They're not talking to each other. We don't want them to talk to each other. Not an issue. So no, it's fine. Black naturally develops the right, and black comes in. Okay. We're starting to see a white moyo on the bottom. White plays something of an unusual move. Let's keep it going. And then the Hane. This Hane is really good for points. Not a lot of options. Black takes. And then white surrounds. Let's just go white, black, white. Okay. Let's look at the black group. Is it alive? Well, of course it's alive, because black can always kill here. Well, that's a ko. And in the future, white may be able to play this ko comfortably and easily. Depends on how the game proceeds. But this eye is not something black can depend on. Therefore, if white plays here, that's only one eye, or two in ko. Therefore, from here, black wants another eye. And this is the way to get height. He doesn't want to play here, crawling on the second line. Then if he plays away that sente, no. He wants more vibrancy, so this is the way to get it. Standard pattern. Okay. He didn't get an eye, but he has more thickness. White he's not on the second line anymore. We see white's moyo developing. Should black be concerned? No. First off, between the A and the B stone, that's pretty gosh darn wide. Very hard for white to handle that gap. So white can't crust in the gap. Next, is a knight's move at C, horse face at D. There's a lot going on here. Black's in no rush to stop white. So into the corner. White plays in a manner to maintain his moyo and comes out. Well, black only has the one eye. If black plays away, will black live? Yeah, but white's going to start getting free moves. We don't want to give away free strength, free points. So instead, we play. Finally, black. I don't care what white does, I have two eyes. You can't push me around anymore. As a matter of fact, I can start capturing your group of 4 stones there. That's pretty darn big. I am growing my position very much. So white needs to finish. So now you're seeing why I consider this game a good example. Black on the left is second line, third line, first line. Black on the right, rather low. White's moyo looks magnificent. But black has adhered to the principles. Black hasn't given away free points, free position. And black's accomplished that in Sente. Time to come into the moyo. Where do we come in? Well, if, as you've seen me do this before, if there's nothing to work with, then we're going to plop down a helicopter move somewhere around here. We would make that decision. That's for another video of how we make that decision. Most of you know. But is there something to work with? Yeah. We've got the knight's move and the horse face. Oh, well, then this is standard. Just boom. I would assume he didn't take more than a second for this move. It's just like pretty obvious for a strong player. Boom, there it is. Okay. Come out, come out. Threaten to come in as you were building. Notice the top. Black is building the top. That's why defense is big, because when you defend, you're also growing something, generally speaking. Come out. White needs to stop that. White's trying to get some thickness. Black's getting real weak here. Time to fix something. He fixes this way, and we'll see why he chooses this soon. Partly is because, for instance, if we do this, this is his Sente, and all of a sudden white's thick. Well, we don't want white to get thick, so we're going to fix it this way. White's thickening up, threatening the double Atari. That's priority 1. We save it. Shall we save it while we're growing? I like that idea. We're growing the right. But the capture is what deals with the moyo and the weak black group in the center. This is focused on that direction. The other move is focused on the right. Important distinction. Okay. White says, I'm coming after your group. Let's look at things we can go do. We can start running away in direction 1. Okay, run away. Pretty basic. We can run away in direction 2. That's valid because that white stone is pitifully weak. Right, so we just walk right through with the black stone at 2. Whatever white does, we can get out much easier. We can't go in direction 3 because that's a fighting move. We're not in a position to fight, so that doesn't count. This direction 3 is a contact move. That's an emergency move. That's to do things other than healthy life, casual, healthy life. So that's only if we get in real trouble. And then white might be able to start fighting with us, and we're in it. Yeah, we don't like that. There is another option for health. And we've seen this before in other videos. Helping from a distance. This capture totally helps that black stone. White's about to get cut. If white's cut, white has 4 weak white stones. Black can totally fight. That's black's area of control. Of course we'll do well in that fight. So this is played as a defensive move. A lot of players don't catch this distinction. But you need, if you get confused here, it's like, oh, I want points. Well, you shouldn't want points. You should be attacking. I'm sorry, for white here. For white to play here, well, there's something bigger than points, and that's free points. That's what this is about. I plan on getting free points and free reductions by attacking it. So black says, okay, I need to defend that group. Oh, you know, I really want these points. That's a wrong direction. You need to be thinking about defending those black stones. Ah, here's a way of doing it as I'm coming into his moyo, as I'm attacking this group. So multi-purpose moves. Okay, onward. So black runs out, kind of combining the two spots we looked at. And now white has his own weaknesses. So black grows big time as he threatens that cut. Nice attacking move. Notice this threatens to kill the stone or cut, which would be too much. And there's a little rule of thumb that's very helpful. Let's see, we're on move 80. Let's create something of a weak group. Let's go, let's do, how do we do this? Let's do it. Right, let's do it this way. This is not a great example, but hopefully enough to get the principle across. So let's say black we're not looking at this board, but the upper right situation. I'm just trying to get the stones in order. For some reason, black is saying there's something very important, and I know my A group's alive. So playing somewhere else is more important. So we don't need to play. I tried to get a formation where, but anyway, so we don't need to play. We're alive. Okay, so black plays away to wherever. So we're in this state of black being alive, and the premise is we're comfortable with that, which doesn't necessarily apply to the board other than this kind of, okay, black is deciding he's okay. White plays away. Oh, I better defend my upper right group. Well, you haven't been attacked. You haven't been approached. If you're not weak and you're not approached, don't defend. When you defend, when you get approached, that's when you defend. I'm stating something that's so obvious, but Q players all the time don't follow this. All the time. Oh, I'm worried about my group. I'll defend it. You haven't been attacked. Happens all the time. So I thought it'd be worth mentioning. Not that I did a good example, a good job of it, but here we go forward. This white move did not attack the A group. It's not time to defend the A group. It hasn't been attacked. You see why this principle, that's what gives us room to play the big, thick, wonderful points move. Okay, onward. A little bit of a waste of time there, but we got something going. Okay. This gets a little complex. Black's being aggressive here. We don't need to do a lot of details. Come up. White's pretty weak on top here. Okay, we have a situation. And the point of this video doesn't have a lot to do with what we're doing right now. So let's just keep it going. I see I haven't removed the comments from the game. You'll see people talking there. Let's deal with it. Okay, do you see the awkward shape white has? Let's say Atari, save, capture. See the bad liberty situation? Okay. So white goes and does something else, and we get on with the game. Now, we don't need to finish the game, but rather the point is black adhered to the principles and didn't worry about the moyo. It looked like white's going to win easily by a landslide. His moyo was so big. But as we adhere, we no longer have to worry about the A group, never have to go back and worry about it. We can fight freely. Secondly, our area 1 developed naturally. That was nice. Since white spent time on the bottom, we got profit by chasing the B group, and all white got was that bottom area. And now, since black is strong on the left, this is now black sente, because white doesn't want black coming in at D2. Okay, now it's still ko or not, depending on how we want to do it, but that's black's free moves, not white's free moves anymore. And black ends up winning by, I think it's only 4 points, something like that, 5 points, which is relatively small. But hopefully you see the principle. And let's look at that main situation again, which would look here. Yeah. So pretty impressive moyo. And look at the effort black went into, how many moves he played on his small, not that many points A group, so they didn't give away anything for free and maintained the ability to fight freely, never afraid that he's going to get messed with. Okay, good. Hope it had some meaning and maybe even slightly entertaining. And we'll catch you later. Thanks, everybody. Bye.